Ed Cohn's a great man. He's a very successful lifter, and I would only hope that I could be looked at as he is. Except I think I'm a little better looking than Eddie. It's kind of weird. I can see somebody get hit by a truck right in front of me and it's no big deal, but a good episode of Chips and I'm crying. You know what I mean? I can't help it. I'm just emotional that way. It's just part of me. I don't have any shame crying. If it's sad, I'll cry. Don't you laugh at me.
I mean, he's kind of one of those guys, you either love him or hate him. But he's got a great following. A lot of people love him. But if you don't like his opinion, then I guess that's how you would not like Scott.
I never really put much thought into whether or not it bothered me if people looked at me as a bad guy or a good guy. I'm an athlete, and I'm there to win. You can't make everybody happy. You just can't in anything. The bottom line is at least they talk about me. I'm on the grid. Bad publicity or good publicity. Publicity is publicity. And, if they don't like me, that's life. But you know what? They're going to like my number.
Despite people's perceptions of Mendy, he is in fact a very giving lifter who tries to give back to powerlifting as much as he can.
Set on a phenom. You got to play with it.
Come on, BJ. Keep it tight, baby. Hold your breath the whole lift. Sit down and do it.
Mendy and his wife Marcel also own a gym in Sherman Oaks, California, called Fitness Individualized Training, or FIT. The husband and wife team are some of the most successful trainers in the Los Angeles area.
Training with me is a little bit different than strength training alone. I teach fighting. I bodybuild, obviously strength training. It's a full encompass program at FIT, which actually was my wife's idea.
Marcel and the kids must all be as dedicated to Mendy's lifting as he is, for Mendy to be a success.
What does it take to fuel the machine that is Scott Mendelson?
You don't even want to know. Costco is our family friend. We buy, oh my gosh, I buy so much food. I spend maybe $500 a week just on food for him, just on meat, and pasta is a big staple in his diet. And he drinks a lot of weight gainer shake, which is good for me because there's not as much cooking involved, but it definitely takes a lot of food and juice and Gatorade, every day Gatorade. I mean, he probably drinks 10 gallons of Gatorade a day. It's a lot of food.
12,000 calories a day, 7,500 calories in weight gainer, up to 5 pounds of red meat in a day, pasta, vegetables, eggs, sometimes 40 egg whites a day. I try to take between 2 and 3 grams of protein per pound, and it's a job. It's another job. I hate it. I love eating. I love eating when I want to eat, but when you have to eat, because if you lose 3 pounds, your equipment won't work right. It's a hardcore thing. When you're not hungry and you need to eat and you put it in your mouth and you gag and then you swallow it anyway because you have to. That's not fun. I've made a lot of sacrifices. No vacations. I probably should have taken him on because, I have meets.
I like to have a vacation. I'd like him to accomplish a vacation. That would be good. Something that's not, powerlifting driven.
I can't relax and do what normal people do because I'm in a structured environment.
I like him to run. That's possible, but...
To be the best, you have to do what it takes to be the best, I don't go out, I go to dinner with my wife and stuff like that, but not a big club guy. I'm not a partier. I'm not, you know, I don't cheat. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't, you know, I'm boring to the average. But you know what? That's what it takes to be a champion.
Through all the hard work and sacrifice, the Mendys hold true to the one thing that matters to them most, their love for one another.
I want to thank my wife and children for everything they've done for me. It's been just a great run, man. You know, and I'm blessed. You know, I'm real happy about the way things have gone, and you know, I just wish that everybody could have the life that I have, because I'm very fortunate. You know, I've worked really hard to build up everything that I have. I came from nothing. I don't have a rich family, and you know, I worked my butt off with my wife for everything that we have. And, you know, if I died right this second at this table as I spoke to you, I have nothing that I regret. And that's all I got to say.
There are very few strength sports in the world. The two most well-known are bodybuilding and the modern strongman competitions. Ironically, the most dominant competitors in each of these sports attribute much of their success to powerlifting. If you were to walk into a gym today, you would see a division between the bodybuilders and the powerlifters.
Powerlifters respect bodybuilders who are really strong. And there are a lot of bodybuilders who are not. I mean, it's a different mindset. It's subjective versus objective, and it's amazing. We do some of the same exercises. We're in the same facility, maybe at the same time, but the objective is much different in each athlete's mind.
A regular bodybuilder, man, you know, they're like, I guess they'll be like a sports car. You know, because you use a sports car to drive around to impress everybody and stuff like that. But when you really want to do something, if you want to have a family, if you want to haul something, you go and you get a truck, you get an SUV, you get an excursion. See, that's how I feel about that. I'm the excursion, the bodybuilders, Ferraris, Corvettes, you know, those little cars like that. If they get hit, they'll damage. If you hit me, I'm not going to damage.
A lot of bodybuilders that I know look much more muscular and bigger muscularly than a lot of powerlifters. But powerlifters can lift more weight.
This pseudo-rivalry is a contemporary phenomenon. There was a time when both sides were combined in the Iron Brotherhood.
I thought it was just a wonderful camaraderie. I didn't feel a tension there at all, at least in my memory. And I liked, you know, you had the George Friends and the hammer throwers and the weight people and the Hal Connollys and the Peanuts West and Steve Marjani and all of these guys in one room at one time, including all the bodybuilders, the Zabo Kazuskis, the Joe Golds, you know, it was just a wonder. God knows we didn't know it was the golden age, but it was.
All rivalries aside, most bodybuilders will tell you that to be a true success in their sport, powerlifting movements are essential for putting on muscle mass.
To build a strong foundation, you know, you gotta have basic heavy movements, such as the powerlifting or the deadlift, squats, and bench press is like one of the strongest, best basic